We have a special guest today. His name is Khayin. Khayin, do you mind introducing yourself, man?
Sure, man. My name's Khayin. Good friend of met Devin through another community that we're kind of, integral in. Based in Miami and Chicago. I just got back into Chicago a couple of days ago. So I'm in Chicago right now, my Chicago place. I work in the investment field, investment banking in particular, and I've enjoyed so far a very nice, fruitful adult life. So I definitely kind of heard about what Devin had going on and wanted to definitely be a part of it.
Dope, man. So you say you were a investment banker. Can you get more into that? How did it all start, or how did it come to be?
Yeah, so I mean, I've always kind of been, into economics in the finance period. So I've always kind of done, been involved in the space. And so, yeah, so, after like 22, 23 after school, I kind of got into, first you start off in like an analyst role. That's like the most basic role where you're just looking at deal flow, kind of making, augmentative guesses on things and things like that. And then as time moves on, you get to move into a more of a role where you're actually allocating money, looking at investments, giving recommendations, things like that. So I've been doing that for the past couple of years now. And, the money's been, fantastic. And, the lifestyle it affords has been, very rewarding. But yeah, no. So, I mean, right now, just due to, COVID happening, a lot of deals kind of, slacked off a little bit. So we've had a lot more time to kind of, just kind of take it easy. Now it's revving back up again since, business as a whole and, liquidity as a whole has kind of turned back up again. And so, it wasn't the only reason I moved down to Miami, but, a lot of the private capital that we seek, a lot of private capital that we deal with is located in Miami with the affluent crowd down there. So it was, one of the reasons why I decided to head down to Miami.
That's dope, man. So, man. So I know you talked about Germany, man. I want to get into that. So, man.
Yeah, man, Germany, man, it's a trip. So basically, since I was a kid, I was always obsessed with World War II. Like that, I remember like I played that game, Medal of Honor, Frontline, like way back in the PS2 games. So I was always obsessed with that era. And so, I started, researching German, trying to learn how to learn language. I took it in high school. Didn't take it as seriously as I should have, but, I got a basic understanding of it. And then from there, man, I just always kind of, kept going with it until, I got, to relatively, fluent status. And then, at the soonest chance I could get, man, that's what I wanted to head over to. That's what I headed over to. And so, the German, one question I get a lot too when people talk about, being black going to Germany, it's something that really, people, it's actually one of the most liberal countries on earth, I would say. If you've gone to Berlin, if you've been in that area, it's extremely, extremely liberal. So I would say I actually experienced more openness, welcomeness, and whatever word you like to call it that in Germany as opposed to even being here in America. So, to anyone who's, curious about going over there who isn't, a white person with blue eyes and blonde hair, I'll tell you, you're gonna experience, a welcoming culture. That's something that, you're really gonna enjoy.
Oh, dope, man. So what time of the year do you think is best to travel to Germany?
I mean, any time really would be good. I mean, if you want to go there during winter, you get to see if you're in southern Germany, you can see the beautiful, Bavarian Alps covered in snow, completely covered in snow. Summertime, obviously, in actually mainland Europe can rain. Sometimes it could be a heat wave, sometimes it's not. But fall, I would say, especially when they're having Oktoberfest, when everyone's walking around just drunk, that would be that's going to be a top over there, man. Overall, it's it's a beautiful country 24/7. But if you're looking for the most ideal time with the ideal weather, and a good amount of tourists, not overpopulated with them, then I would definitely go for in September. Yeah.
So what would you say is the best tourist spot in Germany?
Well, obviously, the capital Berlin is, it's a world city, so it's going to be set up for, people coming in. There's plenty of English speakers, so you're not really going to be in a position where you don't really have that going on. But I would say my favorite city in Germany is Munich, or München, southern Germany. If anyone is familiar with football, Bayern Munich is a huge team there, a huge German continental team. So I would go ahead and say that would be my favorite city to go. But if you're your first time there, definitely you want to hit up Germany. You definitely want to hit up Berlin because it's going to be something that it's a world city. So it's going to be you're not really going to need to know German to get around, and it's going to be kind of easier to kind of just hit the ground running.
Man, guys, I always tell you, man, get that passport, man. Get out of America, bro.
I'm telling you, man, a lot of guys, especially in our community, man, they need to get that passport and travel, man. One of the the common things that we talk about in the other community that we're part of, is men dealing with a lot of nonsense with women. I'm telling you, you go ahead and get a passport. You start traveling to these different countries, start meeting these women, and even like I said, Germany's a very liberal country, but they still have a lot of traditions, and the women there are a lot more normal. The American stuff that we have to deal with over here. So I tell them all the time, go ahead and focus on, get that passport, get the bunny up, travel. You're not going to be disappointed.
Dang, man. Now that we're actually speaking about money, man, how much do you think you need to actually start living over there in Germany comfortably, or is enough?
Well, it's a first world country, so it's going to require, and what they use the euro. I mean, it's not a situation where you can go over there to like a country like that takes in like Romania or something.
Yeah,
start balling out. Like no, like you're going to France, you're going to Germany, you're going to London, you're going to England. You're still going to need a bag. So anything in life, you're going to want 6 figures minimum. I mean, and that depends if you're moving on there permanently. So if you're still living here and you're trying to stay, if you're talking about just traveling, just at least, you want to go walk over there with at least 10, 15K American, just so when things pop up, you can go experience, because I mean, I'm assuming if you're a guy, single guy, you're going over there, you're going to run into some women, and entertaining women anywhere is the same. So I mean, it's going to require, some money. So.
Oh dang, dude. So what about the food there, man? I know. Is it pretty good compared to the West? The healthy choices?
I mean, if you're on keto, it's not a play. Yeah, it's gonna.
Oh wow.
Yeah, if you're on keto, it's gonna be tough for you, man. Kartoffel, which means potato, is a big thing. Schnitzel, which is basically fried breaded chicken. Sauerkraut, obviously. I mean, their diet is kind of it's a lot of meaty and starchy, kind of like with the English diet. But obviously, they have world restaurants there. You can get Asian food there, Italian food, French food, whatever, things like that. So, I mean, but if you're looking for just native, to German cuisine, yeah, it's going to be a lot of heavier foods, a lot of sausages. I mean, these guys, contrary to whatever the Swiss say, even though Swiss, half those guys are German anyway, the Germans invented the chocolate game. So if you have a sweet tooth going over there, you're really good at, I mean, dude, the chocolate there is undescribable.
What chocolate? Interesting.
Yeah, it's second to none.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Man. So what about the health and fitness part of it? Are people mostly in the gym over there as well, or?
Well, it's Europe, so people enjoy walking a lot. I mean, you're not going to see, obviously, when you see an older guy who's 70 or 80, just doing anything in the gym like that. So he'll get a little bit of a belly, like we all will. We're living and eating good now. I mean, right now we're striving to look the best we possibly can. But come on, man, we're up there. Hopefully, with a bunch of grandkids and a bunch of kids as well. Ain't nobody trying to. We ain't hit Miami Beach like that, or we should. But we'll see how it goes. But people walk a lot. Sport is big up there. Foosball, which is football, tennis, golf. I mean, people are active over there. It's not like here in America where it's socially acceptable to just be a walking, talking mission with them. It's not like that over there. They kind of take pride in their appearance, which I'd say that's for most of Europe. I would say it's not really acceptable to me. Especially if you're in your youth, it's not acceptable to be overweight.
Man. So how's the fashion sense over there? Is it
It's a mix. You know, like I said, it's very liberal. So with a lot of liberal places, it becomes a lot more grunge. Exactly. There's still a huge punk scene there in Germany, which ironically enough, if you've been tracking it, the punk scene anywhere in life, the punk scene is always kind of tied to the far right kind of neo-Nazi thing going on. So it's not, like I said, it's not that huge a problem, but it's hand in hand. Shaved heads, you know, mohawks, you know, those aren't those, those aren't the liberals, you know. So that's always been a thing. But overall, yeah, I mean, in Europe, I mean, you're gonna see a lot of, you know, form-fitted clothing, things like that. You know, European fashion as a whole is always a lot more, I guess, aesthetically pleasing, if you want to call it that. But yeah, they're definitely, you'll definitely see some fashionistas walking
around. Yeah, man. Germany, man. I didn't know that.
I mean, have you been to Europe?
I have never been to Europe.
Okay. Where have you traveled to?
I actually plan on traveling to Asia and probably a little bit of the Middle East, like Dubai.
Okay.
So it's gonna be really dope.
I'm sure you're gonna make your way to Thailand as well.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a destination, man.
I wonder why. Like, we're not we'll leave that one alone. But yeah, no, definitely, man. Yeah, it's you know, I have a lot of friends. You know, even me being an immigrant myself to this country, most of my friends growing up here in Chicago were immigrants themselves, Eastern Europe, obviously, you know, Latin America, Asia, things like that. And yeah, man, it's just nice to kind of go and get different perspective, talk to different people, and just really see that, you know, I'm not familiar with who said this. I'm assuming it was Kennedy or Dr. King or whoever, one of those guys. The statement to the effect of, you know, we share a lot more in common than we do apart. You know, we're a lot more like each other than we're not. You know, so it's going there. Obviously, you know, you're going to experience different cultures, but you're going to realize that, you know, we are just all one part of one huge human family, which, you know, is something nice to be reminded of.
Man, so how do you say the day and nightlife over there is?
Oh man, dude, it's crazy, dude. European clubs don't, like, they're 24/7 with it. Like, I mean, that's why let's forget Germany. I mean, dude, you go to Spain, France, whatever, it's like that, you know. But I mean, yeah, in Berlin they have clubs 24/7. One club called Berlin that is just 24/7. I mean, and you know, they have things like that in Miami, kind of, sort of. But those are mostly strip clubs. These are like actually like nightclubs. They're going 24/7 and they're going crazy, man. It's wild.
They're going crazy, huh?
I'm talking about, like, man, just crazy. Excuse me. But just absolutely crazy, man. 24/7. Yeah.
Shoot, man. Now that we're actually talking about the nightlife, man, how's the woman over there in Germany?
I mean, if you like them like I like them, you know, I am partial to the the blonde hair, the blue eyes. I do like that a lot. And yeah, man, dude. And the thing about it is, dude, it's over there. I mean, if you're, dude, as a black man with you too, like, we're winning over there, man. It's a no lose situation. You know, especially I knew that from before, because whenever they'd come over here, they would always run and jump at like the first black guy they saw. So in Germany, it's the same thing, dude. You got to understand something. I mean, if you're an exotic person there, which is what we are, then yeah, you're gonna be looked at like, whoa, like, what's up with this guy over here? And so, dude, the women, very nice. You know, very just down to earth. You know, I mean, like, it's not like here where you kind of have to
play all these games.
Yeah, all these games. Down there, if they like you, they like you. They don't, they don't. Which men respect. You know, it's not. And if they like you, they'll approach you. This happened to me too. They will approach you and try, you know, and pick you up, which is something in America that does not happen. You know, so I mean, it's definitely something that you know, when people go over there, it's a pleasant surprise.
Man, especially with now, man, these American girls, man, you got to jump through hoops just to get a date, bro. This is pretty insane to me, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, as we know, I mean, you know, luckily for myself, I've never really have to experience that in America anymore. You know, luckily for myself. But I mean, at the same time too, yeah, it does get annoying because, it is what it is. But then again, like we know, women are women, men are men. We deal with it. We move on. We get better. We improve. But yeah, man, dude, it's the German women, dude. Absolutely perfect.
What?
I'm telling you, man, it's good stuff.
Man, so, man, how's online dating over there, man? I know in the U.S. you might as well just pack your bags, man.
Yeah, so I mean, when I was over there, I didn't really do that. I kind of just went out and just, like I said, in our position, we don't have to do that. We just kind of just go out and just pick whatever up. But I know they have something. It's not Bumble. It's something else. My boy was telling me about it. But I would imagine it's the same as it would be here. I can't really see it being a big difference. I mean, anywhere in the world, women find 90% of the men unattractive. So, it'd be pretty much the same thing. But I would say this once again, because the women there are a lot more, I don't want to say the word bold. They're just a lot more reasonable. Like if they see something they like, they'll go up and talk to you. And not just with people who aren't from there. I've seen that with people like natives, like a guy who's just, she's just a guy that she likes, and she'll go up there too. So I can only imagine that, a lot more guys are getting laid in Germany than over here. I can only imagine
that. Oh man.
Yeah.
So would you say the women over there speak English or just the people in general?
Oh yeah, no, it's the majority of Germans speak English. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The vast majority, yeah.
Man, guys, if you haven't already, man, make sure to hit that like and subscribe, man. Follow your boy Khayin M, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. Follow me at okay, say my Instagram.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah, you can follow me at Nigerian Flexin. Flexin spelled FLEXIN. That's on Instagram. And then also there as well, I have my own podcast I'm launching at the Talk to Me Nice podcast spelled with a K. So Talk to Me Nice, POD.
Talk to Me Nice.
From the infamous video on Fresh and Fit. But yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good love. Happy to be on here with my boy Dehvin. And, it's helping to, helping the fellow community out. I like that.
Yes, sir, man. We're going to make a big impact to the world, man. It's going to be big, man.
Hey, man, we're not here for anything less.
Sure. Yeah. Man, so what kind of jobs do you think tourists usually can pretty much get over there in Germany?
Well, okay, so working in Europe as a whole is actually extremely difficult. They held on to those work visas, like their balls, which is kind of ironic considering how they want leniency when they come over here working in America, but that's another story. Mm-hmm. If you can get work clearance, I mean, a lot of the jobs are going to be a lot of similar ones that are over here. Tech, sales. I mean, the financial sector there is kind of a lot more stringent since the EU requires anything regulatory is going to be harder in Europe because America is always going to be more lax when it comes to things like that, finance, medicine, what have you. In Europe, they held themselves to a higher standard. That's just the truth. So if you want to get like that, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. If, though, however, you want to go ahead and get into something that's more maybe, freelance or anything like that, that shouldn't be a problem. They don't call it 1099 over there. They call it something else. But you'll still be able to work as long as, of course, you make sure the taxes are being paid.
Oh, man. So have you had any instances where you actually were able to network with any like well-off guys over there in Germany?
Yeah. So my name is Khayin. So it's like Khayin the Porsche or Khayin the Pepper. That's what's And so when I was some people like, oh yeah, like the Porsche. I'm like, yes, the Porsche. And so obviously, I ran into one guy who was actually Ferry or Ferdinand Porsche's grandson. That is Ferdinand Porsche was the person who invented Porsche. So I met his grandson. This guy, dude, he owns Porsche. The guys are balling outrageous. So I ran into them. Good guys. Took me out, covered everything. I met up again with them in Miami. I first moved down here. Actually, I moved down to Miami. Actually, so that was a lot of fun. So I actually stayed in contact with those guys. Good, solid guys. And then a lot of the higher ballers I actually met here in America. And then I'm planning on chilling again in Germany when I head over there. So, it's yeah, there's a lot of high value guys over there, obviously, and high value not just being money income, but the way they conduct themselves, the way they make sure that when friends come into the country, we want for nothing, and that's really the mark of a true man.
Man, facts, bro. Oh my goodness, man. You want to tell them about the networking part? Because network is extremely important, man.
Oh yeah, man. Networking. I mean, anywhere in life, man. Anywhere in the world, networking is what's going to get you in. So I always find it a nice challenge to go somewhere new with no connections whatsoever, and then try and just build a network. Because if you do it now, obviously, if you're lucky, you have some people who are there on the ground floor before you. They can kind of put you on. That's different. But if you can go to some place, a different country, where the culture is different, and be likable, which every man should learn that trait and that ability to how to be likable. Because being liked will get you farther in life than anything else in life. So if you can become that guy, that you can go to a place and just figure it out on your own, build up that strong network, and let people see that you actually add value, you'll be good anywhere in the world, from Rio de Janeiro to Shanghai. And if you can really become that guy and be able to do things like that and to build up that network, you'll be good. Because when you build up that network, let's say that network's in Germany, that network isn't only going to stop at Germany. These people travel too. So when they're hitting you like, hey, listen, we're going to Moscow. Hey, we're going to, Beijing. Hey, we're going to Caracas in Venezuela, wherever. Well, we can't go there and do the embargo, but you get what I'm saying. They're going to be around the world. And they're going to have people there too. And that's why, they say all the time, your net worth is your network. So, you want to make sure that you're able to go anywhere in the world, be able to, get that done.
Man, that's a straight truth right there, man. Because I know you guys would love to hear stuff like that, man. Getting in that mindset, being able to actually add value out there in the world, man, becoming a better man, man. So it's always a great thing to strive for. So Khayin, is there any negative traits about Germany?
Well, I mean, right now what's happening is, there's a huge, this is all Europe-wide, man. There's a huge immigration problem. And me as an immigrant, I have no issue with people wanting to go for a better life. But particularly in Germany, there's a lot of people from Syria, Turkish people moving in. And, and the amount of things that have been happening over there, the spike in crime, things like that. I have no problem with a multicultural Europe, multicultural world. But, this is the downside of the liberalism for Germany. They're letting way too many people in. The German identity is really being taken away. I know I sound like a right winger right here, but for me to say that and be able to see that for myself, dude, it's not. It's overkill. It's not what's happening over there in Germany is what these right wings are saying is happening here. It's not. It's not like that. America is still 65% white, whatever. Still the majority white. Over what they're claiming is happening to America is what's actually happening in Germany.
Oh wow!
I'm talking about mass assaults on the women there. I don't know if you've ever been to an Arab-speaking country or a Muslim-speaking country, but you ask any white woman who has been to those countries, you ask them here in America, you ask a white chick how these guys approach them in the clubs. It's scary, bro. I've seen it myself. They act like they're still, back, in their countries. They're going to say anything to women. And when the woman is blonde or white or like that, they go crazy. So I've heard friends. I've had friends who had their sisters assaulted. It's a nightmare over there now. So that's something that's really been a downside in Germany, and I think that's something that they're going to have to address sooner or later, because there's only so much these men are going to take. And that's why you see now this rise and this neo-fascist kind of thing coming back in Germany, because it's like, dude, I hate to echo Trump, but I mean, either you have a country or you don't. And I find it so humorous because everything that the right and Republicans have claimed is happening over here, which is not, it's actually happening over there. And you're seeing right now what's going to happen once those people, are feeling like they're losing their country, and that's a negative thing that I see, that I actually see the reality of. So I'm curious to see what happens, because I think in the next couple of years they're going to elect a very conservative right-wing government in Germany, and you're going to see a lot of type of I don't want to say Third Reich-esque. You're going to see a lot of older, more conservative European political philosophies coming back.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always been like an interesting topic, man. Cause I know people out here in the world nowadays, man, it's all sensitive, man. They don't really like to hear the facts at hand. So that's definitely an interesting point.
Yeah.
So would you say there's any dangers to be aware of in Germany for the people who's actually trying to travel there?
No, not really. I mean, obviously, you're gonna have your gypsy pickpockets anywhere, but it's not, this isn't, the favelas of Brazil or something. This isn't, even Nigeria. Half my family's from. It's not gonna be like that. You have to be safe anywhere in the world because it can happen anywhere. But overall, if you're going there as a tourist, I mean, the infrastructure they have there in Germany, is set up, in some respects even safer than here in America. So no, it shouldn't have any. You really should have any issues.
Man, so how's the religion over there, man?
It's really liberal. So religion, I want to say you have a high number of agnostics and a high number of atheists. I do know, obviously, that's around when the Protestant Reformation began. Obviously, the Protestant movements with Martin Luther and who have you, in that area. So, I'm sure it's Christian. You'll see a lot of Christian churches you're going to see there. Obviously, not too many synagogues because of recent history. But I would venture that there's a lot more mosques now than synagogues, which take that however you want. It's mostly you're going to see religious going to be Catholics, Christianity, things like that.
Man, do you have any stories regarding Germany or any ones that you want to bring up?
I mean,
relationships, dating.
I mean, how safe is this stream? I mean, can we?
Oh man, you go as far as you want, man.
Well, it's actually a girl I met here, actually, with over there. But yeah, man, I mean, ran into her at a Chicago nightclub down here. She said she was German. I started speaking to her in German. I mean, that's pretty much done deal after that, and so linked up over here. We're chilling for a bit, and then went over there, man, and started speaking with our friends and family. Dude, I'm telling you, man, this goes back to what I'm saying, especially for us as black men. Like the conception of a lot of places is that they're racist, and they're really not. I've actually experienced a lot more racism here in America than other places that I've seen and heard. As long as you're a solid dude, obviously there's going to be your knuckleheads here and there. But as long as you're a solid dude, I mean, the fact that these people are cool and I'm with their daughter, these are the Germans now. These are the people whose granddads and literally started a world war over, the concept of a master race and all stuff like that. It goes to show you something. So, I would say if you're going over there anywhere in Europe, I would just say go over there with an open mind and expect to be treated well because you most likely will be.
Man, dang, dude. Man.
You would do good over there, man. I'm telling you. You do good, man. You got the right build for it.
Yeah. First I gotta lose these the body fat percent, man.
Oh yeah.
I'm almost there, man. So
hey, listen, while I'm there, man. When I went down to Miami, I was like 205, 210. Then I was on keto, then I stopped eating keto. I went up 5 pounds. Now, then I went back on keto. So it's definitely, it's a beautiful struggle being a man, but just keep it going, and I'm sure I'll run into you in Germany soon.
Oh, dope, man. Yeah. Cause I know right now I'm basically 280. So I'm going all the way down to like 200, bro. Since I'm pretty tall, so I'm 6 foot.
Okay.
So my weight carries a lot more for my height. And that's always been the goal, because right now this is actually my 3rd transformation, so it's going to be pretty much the final, last, and big one.
Okay.
I'll ever do. So, yeah, man. Once we get over that, man, over that hurdle, focus on all the other aspects of life, man. Getting there.
Exactly, man. Yeah, no, and that's the thing, man. It's and like I said, it's been a pleasure being on the stream with you because like I said, man, you got something going on good. You're one of the guys who inspired me to kind of get my own podcast, get my own thing kind of going.
Oh, dope, man.
Like I said, I mean, like I have a very limited time. I mean, dude, half the time I'm hopping on a plane going between Chicago, Miami, New York. I have my main job. I have a bunch of other side businesses. But I think that being able to reach people through this kind of medium is something important, something that I want to get involved in. And, just seeing, your hard work that you kind of put into it, you kind of reaching out, having guests after guests after guests after guests, having a footprint already. That inspired me, man. So I want to give you your flowers right now.
I appreciate it, bro.
And then I'll cut them with my my Japanese swords over here. Yeah, like that.
Yeah. Oh wow, man. So I think you said you had a Rolex, right?
Excuse me?
You say you had a Rolex, correct?
Yeah, 3 of them. Not on me right now, but yeah, 3 of them.
Yeah. Oh man, I know the stream, man. We gotta show the viewers, man, your Rolex, bro.
Oh yeah. Next one. Yeah.
I know that'd be dope.
If you guys go on my Instagram, and you'll just, I mean, when you're in Miami and you're partying, the common like pose is this. That's how we do it. So just go on the Instagram, you'll see it all listed out there. And man, tap in. You'll see the lifestyle too as well, which, I mean, that's why we're in Miami with it.
Man, because when I was in Miami, bro, it was lit down there, man.
It'll leave. Yeah. It's. Woo! Like I said, I was going down there partying so much. I started looking at what I was spending. I'm like, I can just rent a place down here. I can just get a place down here. And yeah, man, that's what I ended up doing. And it's one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life, man. People I've met down there have been phenomenal. Met some people that I wish I would never have met. But, that's all part of the same journey too. You're always going to meet people there that you don't, everything in life is either a blessing or a lesson. So, you really can't lose either way.
Yeah, that's facts, man. As well as, man, every time you try to reach success, man, there's always going to be those haters over there as well. So the crabs in the bucket mentality, man.
Oh yeah.
I want to see you win. So
yeah, I mean, for me personally, I mean, the haters really can't touch me.
Mm-hmm. Yep, can't touch this.
It's some of the same. I've had some of the same people hit me up. Hey man, when I get down to Miami, like, you got me, right? I'm like, oh, I don't. So it's like, so that's just the way it goes, man. I always say all the time, hate doesn't come from above, it comes from below. So
that's facts, bro. So man, Khayin, man.
I mean, dude, I want to ask right now, can I get you on my podcast?
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm down, man. I'm down.
I want to get panel. You, Corey, some of the guys from our other community. I just want to get you guys involved in this. Like I said, I mean, you guys have inspired me to take this next step with this thing. And like I said, it's really nice to meet just a solid group of men. Mm-hmm. As you already know, man, there's so many clowns out here in this world. Men.
Oh yeah.
Just clowns. So it's nice to meet men who are actually about something, striving for more, holding each other accountable. And like I said, man, are you coming down for the 1 mil party?
I'll try to make it, man.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, you come down to Miami, the red carpets are going to roll out. Okay, I spent enough money in that damn city, so I got on lockdown.
Yo, that's dope, man. Man, so is there any last words for the viewers out there in the world?
Yeah, man. I mean, obviously, make sure you like and subscribe to the video. Devvin's out here doing something, that's necessary. Black man content creator. We need those in the world. Go ahead. And, once again, you could subscribe to me. Follow me on Instagram, Nigerian Flexin. That's Nigerian with Flexin, no G at the end. Also, Talk to Me Nice podcast. We're on YouTube too as well. Talk to Me Nice podcast with a K. And then also that's my Instagram handle too as well. So follow me there. And looking forward to putting out a lot of content. Follow me on the Instagram to see the lifestyle. I'll be out tonight in Chicago, popping a couple bottles, the usual. And and I'll be back in Miami soon. Not too soon, but soon enough. And we'll keep the game running.
Dope for sure, man.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Hope you liked the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.